everyone, it's Tania Gabrielle here, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes, where we look at the astrology and numerology of an upcoming event in the stars and numbers. And in this case, it's going to be very exciting. We're going to look at an incredible phenomenon in mid-February, where from February 10th through the 19th, we have 10 consecutive days where the universal day, meaning February 10th, for example, is the exact same number as the universal date. And so 10-10 on the 10th, 11-11 on the 11th, and so on through the 19th. And this comes at a time when the intensity level in general in the astrology is really building up, with Pluto at the end of Capricorn and Saturn at the end of Aquarius. And anytime a planet is at the end of a sign, it takes on more magnification. It has a bigger impact. And in the final 2 degrees of a sign, those are called critical degrees. And so that's when the fire really gets ignited. And with slow moving planets like Pluto and Saturn, because they move slower through those degrees, we have even more intensity. So it's coupled with the doubling up of the numerology code at the same time in mid-February. So let's start with February 10th, because on that day, first of all, the doubling up of the numerology code begins for 10 consecutive days. So on the 10th, 10 days. And in the astrology, we have Mercury coming together at conjunct Pluto. Now, Pluto uncovers the truth. Pluto gets to the core of the matter, the unconscious, the unseen, and brings it to light. And therefore, Pluto purges what comes up by virtue of revealing it and showing that the time's up, the time's over, it needs to be let go. It's been impacting you and the collective for a long time without you being conscious of it, and now we're bringing it up. Pluto is saying we're bringing it up to the surface. You're going to look at it and you're going to release it. So that's Pluto. And then Mercury is the communicator. Mercury makes sure that there is a connection made to the material, and then that connection is shared via verbally, intuitively, musically, physically, through movement, whatever the case may be, it is shared. So Pluto, because Pluto governs the ability to take control of the unseen, of the truth, it is a very powerful planet, and it governs being empowered through truth, through transformation. So you have a really big desire to make an impact with this conjunction of Mercury and Pluto through being recognized and appreciated, but first and foremost, having a deep conversation with yourself, an internal aha moment that you then share. And it results in deep, intense conversations with others. So there can be many new perceptions on spirituality, on psychology, on self-awareness is really the big topic. And that is tremendously favored with this conjunction, because when Mercury and Pluto come together, your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities go through the roof. It's not that you didn't have them, it's just that you will be much more aware of them, because remember, Pluto is at the end of a sign. It's been in Capricorn since 2008. And now is at the very, very end and about to move into Aquarius in March. So this conjunction with Mercury is made even more powerful. Of course, Mercury is joining Pluto at the very end of Capricorn. Capricorn governs structures that are grounded in reality, that deal with especially the work you're doing, the career, the destiny that you're following. everything that has to do with your mission and how you're showing up in the world is governed by Capricorn. And then Capricorn also is connected to long-standing tradition, like any traditions in the way we run our lives or the way our lives are impacted through education or politics or religion or health, all of those topics, right? So it is very much about the echelon of leadership being purged so that we understand our ability to be in control of our own lives. So this is coming to a head for everyone, right? And it means seeing what we don't want and purging it. So going back to Mercury conjunct Pluto on February 10th, and you'll feel this way before, right? It's just launching that 10-day sequence of the numerology code that is doubled up. So you will feel an intensity that may even make you feel a little bit nervous as you uncover new answers. And you will also really take note of your ability as a very empowered being. So your power and influence over your own life and your decisions and your decision-making process is going to lead to some really incredible discoveries. So Mercury on the 10th, conjunct Pluto, is going to strike up a conversation with you, inner awareness conversation about you being a thinking, feeling being. And as you think, so you shall be. So you want to look at what are you energizing through your thoughts and feelings? What are you feeding with your emotions, with your thoughts that actually isn't helpful to you, because the ideas are very much self-limiting. When Mercury and Pluto conjunct each other, you have an amazing opportunity to look at how you're limiting yourself and become conscious of those thoughts. So since Pluto always brings up what is unseen, the truth that sets you free, you will see clearly what has been neglected, what has been overlooked. And that awakening, that conscious awakening, is the key to your continued well-being, or your awakening to the fact that your well-being is directly linked to what you think about. And there's consciousness in all things, different forms of consciousness. That's why you're attracted to certain minerals and certain crystals, because they hold a consciousness, and you seek that out because you want to amplify your life or amplify your physical body. So developing that self-awareness about consciousness is very important, because again, how you think is how you will be. And the trick is, and Mercury can really help with this, the trick is to catch yourself while you're thinking. Like literally, oops, look at that. It's vital to catch yourself. And it's also vital, once you catch yourself, not to judge yourself, but to make the best out of everything. And so you must have faith. You must have faith in everything. And in terms of your health, that your body can heal. And it will heal with proper support. So it's vital in this whole process of awakening, of becoming truly more conscious about how you perceive, how you think. It's vital to stay positive. It's vital to stay in the game. It's vital to bring out the best. This is really, really important, to bring out the best, to always seek the best in everything. You're inspired by people. People are inspired by you. people are inspired by other people. And in the same way, you can be manipulated by others and manipulate others. So part of the awakening process to consciousness is to realize that whether it is good or not so good, you are influenced by it. The key is to use your intuition, and we are in the Aquarian, Sun is in Aquarius now, it's a very intuitive sign with Uranus as the ruler. You are really going to need that intuition to listen in your gut and know what energy, what the feeling of the person or the situation is that is influencing you. And as you are influenced, your choices are going to be made. So whatever you allow yourself to be influenced by impacts your choices. So that's why it is so important to seek out energy that is positive and that really uplifts and that seeks out the best in everyone and everything. And if you don't feel that, then it's time to move on. It's time to discern and make a decision, make a choice, right? Again, your choices are based on what you allow yourself to be influenced by. And as you become conscious, you wake that up. So as we go through these 10 days, from February 10th through the 19th, and we double up those numbers, you will be given gifts, as disguised as they may show up to be. And by disguise, I mean it may feel like a challenge, but you realize later, hey, that was a wake up, right? That was an awakening for me. I learned from that. As you go through these intense days, be open to noticing how your choices are colored by what your parents taught you, what your education was, your genetics, your culture, any religion, anything that impacts how you speak up for yourself. Are you able to speak up for yourself, or are you too afraid and then stick to following the crowd, right? Following the leader. This is really what is going to come up for you. And really look at how you spend your time, how you spend your energy. And what you spend energy on is exactly how you choose to use your life force. Your life force is energy. So the more you become aware, the more you have choice. The more you become aware, the more you choose what's best for you. This time now in February is setting the stage for the rest of how you feel about your year. It's not that you can't adjust later on. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means you've got a lot of openings this month to move through a lot of crap, right? A lot of stuff that just needs to be released. Or you don't even have to call it that. You can just say a lot of what you've taken with you unknowingly and need to address and be aware of and acknowledge, and then decide, do I want that? Does this resonate? Is this really what is for my highest good? So we're in a time now where things are speeding up rapidly. And how you spend your conscious, when you're awakened, time is truly going to set the standard for how you are able to navigate the tremendous shifts that are now coming to a head as we move through 2023 into 2024 and 2025. In 2025, we are going to experience all slow-moving planets changing signs between the very end of 2024 and July 2025. And we're leading up to that moment now. And so this is really about spiritual mastery. This is about understanding your ability to be fully aware by your own choice about how you move through your day, how you think about bigger topics and imminent, current, right in front of you topics. Whatever those are, they are impacting your life. So spend time with a book, spend time quietly, spend time just thinking, just being alone and pondering about a subject, and not in a serious way. This can be in a fun way. It can be reading something that just catches your attention. But it really must be something that brings you into a state of alertness. So to help you with this, I have a free masterclass called spiritualmasteryclass.com, and I think you'll really enjoy it. It talks about many things, including the secret of spiritual mastery and the impact of your rising sign and the difference between individuality and uniqueness. That's a big topic. Your natal sun and natal moon's profound impact on living a conscious, happy, abundant life. Many, many more secret tools are revealed in this free masterclass. So go to spiritualmasteryclass.com and enjoy that. Have a beautiful week. Take this as your gift from the universe to wake up. So enjoy that. And I will see you in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.